What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Dr. P. Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we got our first official update of the young Fortnite season so far, and we got a lot of information revealed. There's a stunning confirmation that I can't wait to tell you more about involving the Herald as it relates to the Cube Queen. We've now got another crack forming above the sky, giving real Season X vibes right now. Oh yeah, and the Nothing is here and talking to us? I mean, it's weird, but I guess. Make sure to smash that like button on this video if you're just as hyped as I am to get into it, and let's go. As you guys probably already knew, there was already one crack up in the sky right above the old Loot Lake house. Now, in this update, there is yet another one, and this one is centered right above the old Shifty Shafts location, which has now turned into Grimm's Gables. It's a Halloween-centric POI, which is super cool to see. Always love that. Halloween's always been a really favorite holiday of mine. But to go back and touch on a bit of what I said in the intro, it does seem very much like what happened back in Season X. If you'll remember then, there were different rift zones that would open up around the map from above and basically just change the way that the POI played and looked. Also, at the end of that season, it was the end of the whole chapter, and that has been a big theory as of late for how this season could end. Just something to bear in mind. Inside some of the new voice logs for quests this season, you were actually able to hear the Nothing. Yes, the Nothing talking to us, and when you think of, oh well, who is it? The real answer is, I don't know, and as you're getting ready to hear, they say not to worry about it, but also it just seems to be the voice of some ghostly male figure. Have a listen to some of the key points here.
The same forces that will destroy the others will raise you up. Will you continue? You do not question who we are, or why we have chosen you. Is it because you already know? You are the first in generations to survive this journey, but there is more to come. But we're seeking a warrior. Will you continue? You feel your identity slipping away. Do not resist. You will be rewarded.
I gotta say, I expected a lot of things in this update, but one thing I didn't expect is to hear the Nothing talking to the player directly. That one is definitely a little weird. Whoever he is says a couple really interesting things, including the player is the first in generations to survive it. It says, we are looking for a war here, going out on a limb and saying that they want to literally seek conflict, you know. Gee, wonder who pissed in his cornflakes. The Nothing also says the same forces that destroy the others will lift you up. Very, very interesting. Be sure to leave your theories down below and we'll dive into them in a future video. Okay, you guys need to see this. So apparently the Nothing is a living thing. It could be a singular person or an entity and speaks to you in the Bytes Dark Bargains quest. That part we already knew, we just went over it. But also the Nothing is referred to as distant voice in the files, also noticed by G-Matrix Games. The Nothing and the Herald, even the Chrome for that part, are part of the last reality. That is quite the bombshell. I mean, that is blockbuster news as it relates to the Fortnite storyline. All those things being intertwined, at the very least being affiliated with each other, makes a lot of sense based on a ton of the theories that we've already discussed so far this season. One of the biggest theories of them all, and I don't know how true this might actually be, but that theory is the Cube Queen and the Herald being the same person or some sort of a snapshot of one another. That theory has definitely not been proven true, but it hasn't been proven wrong, and in some capacity the two of these characters are linked together. It'll be interesting to see how that continues to develop. This discovery today also leads me to believe that the Cube Queen never actually did die like a lot of people seem to have thought at the end of Chapter 2. It definitely seems likely that we'll be seeing the Cube Queen back in the storyline sooner than a lot of people may have thought. Random thought I just had, if the Cube Queen didn't die, they obviously were trying to make it look like she either died or was like permanently defeated. Would that open the door for Sloane possibly still being alive in some way? Guess that's a story for a different time. Some of you who have been around for a while might recognize Lego. Lego actually did a bit of investigative work and came to the conclusion that there have been many different references to these hexagons that are now present at Herald Sanctum throughout the past in Fortnite many different times. And in a lot of these instances, they were in cinematics that either directly or indirectly involved the last reality and the Cube Queen. And like Lego said at the end of his messaging here, I guess everything I said is more important than before in a way because of the last reality's connection to all this chrome. That's why we see the hexagons in every chromified location, assumingly. This update definitely has a lot to unpack, and the storyline seems to be heating up in general, which is exciting to see, and I can't wait to see what leaks and what more theories might come from this video that I'm putting out there. So please, if you have anything to add, anything to put into the conversation, by all means, insert that thought in the comment section down below. I always read my comments, and I will make sure to leave a heart on everyone's comment that I can down below, especially if you comment Dr. P. I used your code. What's the code, you might ask? Well, it's simple. It's just Dr. P, DRP in the Fortnite item shop to support the channel.